So bring it on. Fresh, fervent, fevered, how it always was and how it always will be. Feel it. This is where it starts. Whatever your ambitions, a good beginning is the perfect way to get things underway. Such scenes here. A sea of team colours, songs ringing down from the stands. The tone is set for the 90 minutes ahead. Things have got underway here pretty promptly. And that interception was most necessary. And the pass is intercepted. Now it's Chukwueze. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
It'd be a struggle to find anyone better at what he does than Raúl Jiménez. A towering presence, but he has that technique and vision to pick out a pass, especially in the final third. That's a new aspect to his game, which is showing growing maturity.
Yeah, hard to see past him. He'll be looking to put on a show, I'm certain of that. He's had it taken off him. Cessignon, just like so many of his contemporaries, is proving very good at driving forward. Engages and forces him off the ball. He's got away. Chukwueze! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Swung over into the middle. It was always going to be the keepers. That has been cut short. Now he's off and running. Chukwueze gets his pass away. Smith Rowe thinks one through.
Well, I'm not quite sure.
It's been intercepted. There's the hit. He scored. First blood drawn. That was a given. It always was.
Well, I think the keeper has every reason to rip into that defence for allowing him to get into such a good position.
Number 32, Smith Rowe.
Deadlock broken. It's 1-0.
Yeah, this is also a chance to see what happens to their level of concentration from here. Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Now it's Smith Rowe. Oh, red. Nice interception. Lampard. Now it's Saka. Over to the left.
Yeah, that works for me. The denial of movement, blunt and brusque. Drogba really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
And he's picked it up out wide. Oh, he's defended very well against those tricky feet. White did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Forward it goes. Tete. Berger. We hit half-time. Well, it's a half which has simmered along nicely, warming up to what may be a more open second half to follow.
Well, they definitely won't be happy with that half. They seem to lack a bit of desire, especially going forward. It wouldn't surprise me to see a change or two.
And that's the start of another 45 minutes. Now Anderson. Looking for the run. Smith Rowe. Oh, this is a great position. Chance! Oh, it's come loose. He's found some space. Real chance! He scored! Two up and threatening to ball clear. Speed of thoughts, efficiency of movement and certainty of outcome.
That's just a great finish, but it's down to very clever movement. You can see this has been obviously work done on the training ground. He knew exactly where he wanted the ball, and it all came good.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
We're looking at a very different game now. The command has been established. Look, they've had their chance to regroup and rethink. Now they've got to stir a revival.
Now it's Smith
That was
Rowe.
lovely, that.
Aimed beyond the defence. Great hit! Surely now they are well and truly out of sight. And surely that settles it.
After 64
His position was perfect, the invitation was there for him, and his response absolutely critical. He's got the shot away!
We'll simply have to tip his hat to the keeper here, because that was a magnificent save.
Saka. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Smith Rowe. Now it's Jimenez. Berger. And it's Tete. Just about up to 75 minutes. Spread neatly. Smith Rowe is sporting a guilty look after that.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Saka gets into a good position.
Substitutions taking place.
He's shifting through the gears here. That'll be a throw. It's a poor throw that, picked off with relative ease. He's picked his way through. Now here's the delivery. Keeper's ball. Saka. Adams. Saka. Nice sequence of passes this. Looking for options, for movement. Tries a shot! They've scored! And he is away! The launch of a brand new hero.
Well, when it's pieced together as efficiently as that, it's a joy to watch.
There will be 5 minutes added.
So is this the start of a comeback? 5 minutes to add. Now it's Diaz. Bob. And Iwobi. Now that looks a decent ball. That looks a good ball through. And he's managed to get free. And shapes to shoot! In the end then, no joy. Not for the want of trying, not for the want of running. Simply they were beaten by a better team on the day. To you and welcome on this most perfect evening for a game of football to which we look forward immensely. It's hardly a surprise that everybody has come here in their droves, this being a fixture that has received so much coverage in the days leading up to it. And it's good to see that we have a good contingent of visiting fans by the look of it too. The atmosphere is amicable. The conditions do bring out the best in everyone, and I think we're all looking forward to a feel-good game. I'm Peter Drury, and this is Jim Beglin.
Thanks for that, Peter, and may I say a big hello to everyone.
Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. And already we're underway here. Pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Now it's Rice. Shot a goal! The keeper has reacted superbly there.
Rice is offering a Rice smile there.
Haye.
Oh, really well played.
Is there any support? He might not need it. Floated up and over. Neatly clipped into space. The other side yet able to force a breakthrough here. Trossard. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Well, Peter, this guy Haye is always someone.
There's the shot! And in again! Goal! Arsenal! Arsenal take the lead! Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Well, listen, last line of defence, and you don't get it right, then you're paying a visit to your net.
Arsenal draw first blood here.
Still a fragile lead, though. They can't afford to sit on this.
Can he get it through? He's onside. Chance!
That is decidedly lacking. What a fabulous run.
Okay, it didn't come off in the end, Peter, but that would surely spark some kind of response from those around him.
Claudio. Shot. Rice.
We're seeing some really good pressure.
And he's had a hit! And that has fair fizzed. Subimendi.
Okay, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply.
Lampard, a player who needs no introduction. Spread it left. Now the finish! And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. Time and again they are repelled.
There will
Trossard.
be 1 minute added time.
He's got away. Haye tries the great leap. Oh, the keeper's done Emerson. And the first half is done. So the end of the first half, both teams have had their moments. There's been no shortage of talking points, but there has been just one goal. And that is the state of it at the break. 1-0.
And this is a quick reminder to
Not
let
the
you
most
know that
convincing
you'll
of
be able to
displays.
catch
They can
today's
certainly
match
do much better than this.
broadcast
They'll want to
live
keep
on
things simple,
FM
build up their confidence, and not rush into mistakes.
And we're underway again. That's the throw. Nicely weighted ball, and he's picked it up out wide. That's very neat. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Now it's Haye. He's shifting through the gears here. A real chance if he can get through. Climbs up big. Lampard played out towards the right wing. Well, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Now it's Trossard. That is lovely. Good spot, he's seen the run. Big header! Your impressions so far, Jim?
Well, the stats are pretty telling here. It's hard to argue with the scoreline when you carry so little threat.
Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Now it's Eze. Lampard. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. He's found the way through. Can he get away here? Trossard! Oh, it's come off the upright. Nicely spread. That has ended up in no man's land.
Trossard really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
He's had a hit! He scores! And with the match slipping away, they have hauled themselves off the canvas. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
Number 14.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, the big question now is whether they can keep the energy levels up and try and grab a winner.
This is intriguing. Next goal critical.
Well, a goal either way at this stage would qualify as a steal.
Now it's Haye. 5 minutes left on the clock.
Well, both sides might have to settle for a draw here, although there's still a chance for one last fling.
He's looking at the referee, and the referee is shaking his head. Now, what about a counter-attack? Well time, excellent interception. And the referee brings it to a close. So it does end all square. Inspiration, perspiration, both on show in equal measure. Just not enough on either side. Well, good evening wherever you are on this most pleasant evening. As you can see, there's been a terrific atmosphere here. There is great expectation, excitement, and it has built nicely in these idyllic conditions. Conditions which are certainly playing their part in creating a glorious ambience. It's quite a struggle to get in here, points of access hard to come by, and an awful lot of people gathering to get through the gates, but regardless of that, there's a great feel here and much excitement for the game ahead. I'm Peter Drury, and seated in the experts' hot seat is our man Jim Beglin.
Thanks, Peter. It's a pleasure and a privilege for me to be here.
This place is living up to its reputation as one of the noisiest corners of the footballing world. No decibels spared in this collective chorus. Things have got underway here pretty promptly. Oh, Red, nice interception. Lampard is sporting a guilty look after that.
That just required a bit more oomph to reach.
It's coming, and he has outfoxed the keeper again.
Oh, that's excellent composure, because the keeper put as much pressure on as he could by not committing sooner.
Burnley break through nice and early, just as they wanted it. Quarter of an hour played. Now who's going to be first to this? That has ended up in no man's land. Now this could be a chance. Walker. That's an excellent interception. Oh, that's beautiful. And the finish! He has done it! A quite incredible foul. They are flying. Even some of the opposing fans are clapping that. You just have to appreciate it.
Well, the ball flight may be unpredictable, but the predictable part was the technique. It screamed goal all the way.
Burnley grab a couple of goals without reply. It's 2-0.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch. Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
He won't be happy with that one. That's gone loose. Walker made a surge from full-back, as it turned out unsuccessfully. Bouts of passing here, really easy on the eye. Decent hit! Last-ditch defending, but that'll do.
Nunggu.
This is promising. Approaching half-time and still behind. Can they make something happen now? It's a promising position.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
He's only too happy to take that back. And it's Lampard. It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. Kyle Walker. And the first 45 minutes are up. Any strong opinions on the first half?
Yeah, chins have dropped, heads are down, and half-time couldn't have come at a better time.
And we're off again.
Look, before they might get too carried away with thoughts of getting back into the game, they can't afford to slip up and concede another. The next goal becomes crucial.
Walker. Now that looks a decent ball. He's in plenty of space. In with a header! Played forward. And Dyke cuts out the pass. Hannibal. Now there's a fine ball.
They've been denied a chance to develop any rhythm in the passing department.
There's the shot! Lampard.
Well, the way this game is offering less possession, they'll need to have a very good conversion rate.
Saka. Looking for the runner. Kyle Walker. Laurent. Hannibal. And it's Walker. Now Anthony. Laurent. That's a good ball out wide, and he's picked it up out wide. Here's the ball, and he rises! Just the wrong outcome.
Well, he's furious with himself, but at least the boss is applauding his effort then.
So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here. A poorly directed kick from the keeper, he's given it away. White. And it's Lampard. Oh, good ball. Hannibal. He's been picked out. Anthony. Wilshere kept his eye on it, and he's there. Wilshere producing a good steal there, showing a good level of alertness. He's a sharp little ball. Hannibal.
Well, they can at least make a fight of it. Even if it's just a goal, the lift it would give would be huge no matter what the end result is.
Anthony. He could be in here. He can run onto that. Real chance! Yes! And the lead is 3! It is surely done!
It's the stuff you work on in the training ground time and time again, and it came off.
Substitutions taking place.
3-0, and things are starting to look awfully cosy. And that's another good win of the
2
ball.
added minutes has been indicated.
Now it's Diaz. Chance! Sticks it away! One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency. And that's that. Well, here is a defeat that they hit them hard, and you can sense that all around us. Things going pretty awry, and the outcome in the end, virtually unavoidable. Good evening to you and welcome on this most perfect evening for a game of football to which we look forward immensely. It's hardly a surprise that everybody has come here in their droves, this being a fixture that has received so much coverage in the days leading up to it. And it's good to see that we have a good contingent of visiting fans by the look of it too. The atmosphere is amicable, the conditions do bring out the best in everyone, and I think we're all looking forward to a feel-good game. I'm Peter Drury, and this is Jim Beglin.
Thanks, Peter. It's a pleasure and a privilege for me to be here.
Towering header! And he's done it! There is the breakthrough! One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
Stoke gain their reward with an goal. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. Threads one in, and he's picked out the run. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. That looks a cracking ball. Drogba, chance! No mistake! They have done it! They have their equaliser!
And it's another really good show of character. I love the spirit and togetherness they muster. Never know when they're beaten.
Was there ever any doubt?
Oh, that's excellent composure, because the keeper put as much pressure on as he could by not committing sooner.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Look, get your seatbelts on because this is showing all the signs of another roller coaster ride.
Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. It's come through and he's had a quick look inside. There's the hit! And he was there to get a vital touch.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
And it's been taken short. Skims one in. And now they can spring out of defence. Now it's Lampard. Crowd warm. We'll be resuming in a quarter of an hour from now with the scoreline 2-1. Neither side holding back here. It has been quite a half, this.
Well, it remains very delicately poised, and based on the promise we've seen through the first 45 minutes, I wouldn't be surprised if this takes another inch or two. It certainly would be in keeping.
If you're just back from your break, you've missed very little of the resumption of the second half. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested.
Well, the further he went, the more attention he attracted.
He's got shot away! It's off target and by quite a way.
We're again presented with an opportunity to break and look very, very threatening.
Raksaki looking understandably energised after his goal. Looking for the runner. Good spot, he's had a shot! And it's in! Again, we are level! What a contest!
Yeah, and it's very much deserved in the circumstances. In these games, it's so tempting to maybe get a little sorry for yourselves, but there's none of that.
56 minutes is number 21.
This is quite a battle.
It's pulsating, it's absorbing, and it's hugely entertaining. Every single player is giving everything.
Chance to shoot now.
Well, I'm hoping for a nice open second half now. It's there to be won.
He's had it taken off him. Truthfully, it was hard to see any better outcome there. Van Dijk. Now White. Oh, good read. Van Dijk gets over and intercepts. Vardiol. Played forward. Oh, that's a key interception. Played out to the right. That's been cut out. Well played. Nicely weighted ball. It's a promising position. And he welcomes it in. Thomas. Great defending, strong, determined. Just a quarter of an hour to play. A real chance if he can get through. Well, it just petered out. No penetration at all, having had a great deal of the ball.
Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
He's tried one! Oh no, that would be a costly miss.
Well, we could be headed for a scenario in which next goal is the winner. That chance could have been it too.
Well, that's well seen too. A game with so much to recommend. It's fabulous contest, but still no clear winner.
Listen, the fans haven't given up on this by any means. They still believe it can be won.
And the shot! Oh, the ball's rose here. Lampard.
You wonder if that's it now, but there may be one more opportunity, Peter, for a late steal here.
And the referee brings it to a close. A good watch, a really good watch. Both sides toiling to try and outthink, outspot. But it wasn't to be, and they're all square.
I'm afraid to tell you
Drogba
that we're
taking in the
expecting
accolades,
traffic to be
having been
heavy
named
after the
man of the
final
match,
whistle
and deservedly so.
Bye.